there, Erin Moss here. So today we're going to talk about doTERRA's top 10 essential oils and how you can use them in your home. So if you've never seen doTERRA's top 10 essential oil kit, this is their sampler set. So they're in 5 ml size, 85 drops per bottle. And I'm going to share with you why this is my favorite and how this can work for about 80% of the different health concerns you may have going on in your home and how you can utilize these products. So if this is your first time seeing any of my videos, or you've been watching me for a while, I hope that you'll help support my YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button or liking the video, just to show me that you're liking the content that I'm creating. And then also you'll get notified when I post new videos. So let's get to our screen share so that you can see all about these essential oils and how you can use them. So essential oils made easy. When I started using essential oils about 13 years ago, I found them very complicated and there was just so much to learn. So I'm hoping I can really simplify this process for you so that you can feel comfortable and get to using these essential oils. So in this quick class, my goal is to empower you. I want you to understand the 3 cool things that there are about essential oils, 3 ways that you can use essential oils, and then how you can get these oils into your home in the description below. So for starters, the 3 cool things about essential oils is first, they're safe. When I was first introduced to them to me 13 years ago, my son was just about a year old and I knew nothing about essential oils. And so I was really nervous about, can I use this on him? And so I just want to assure you that when you're using a pure quality essential oil like doTERRA's, they're 100% natural and safe. There's no side effects, there's no addictions. If you're not familiar with essential oils, do you cook with herbs? So essential oils are the aromatic compounds in that plant material. And I like to use herbs because maybe you drink tea, maybe you cook with oregano or thyme. Those are plant materials. And when they're steam distilled, those essential oils or the aromatic part of that plant is being extracted. And what I love about using essential oils over herbs or other types of plant material for, natural medicine is that they're so much more potent. So for example, look at the bottle of peppermint on the screen. So peppermint, 1 drop is equivalent to drinking 28 cups of tea. So if I'm needing an energy boost or my stomach is upset or I've got some serious head tension going on, using 1 drop of essential oil is going to give me way more quick, fast benefits than drinking a tea, for example, or taking medicine, which can take up to 30 minutes to work. And so peppermint, I love cooking with peppermint for one. We add it to our peppermint brownies. I love using it when my respiratory system is just feeling a little stuffed up. Winter months or in the spring when the flowers are blooming, rubbing that in my hands and smelling it or putting it in a diffuser really helps open up the respiratory system. But also, I remember when my son was teething and he would wake up in the middle of the night and his body was hot. I would put some coconut oil in my hand with some peppermint oil and I would rub that on his back. And within a few minutes, his body temperature had dropped back to normal and he was able to go back to sleep. We may have had to do it again every 3 to 4 hours because unlike a lot of other things, when you're using essential oils, they only last for so long. So it's okay to reapply because it doesn't build up in your body and your body metabolizes it really easily. So, and another really fun way that people use it, not necessarily fun, but when your muscles are feeling achy or your head and neck is feeling achy, rubbing that peppermint essential oil on, again, works very quickly. It only takes about 30 seconds for that essential oil to absorb through your skin. And within about 2 minutes, it's circulating throughout your whole body. So you're getting whole body benefit in a very short amount of time. Are the oils effective? So like I shared with you in a scenario with my son and when he was teething, another really effective way that we have used it is when my 1-year-old, we have a dairy farm. And so my kids would come to the barn with us. He picked up something in the barn that the doctors had to put him on a 10-day antibiotic for. And it was a really harsh, bitter tasting medicine. And so he had a really hard time swallowing it and just getting that in his system to work on what it was that he picked up that gave him a lot of digestive discomfort. And so We found out a month later, so we did the doctor's treatment, and a month later, he got this back again. And so I didn't want to do that. I wanted to see if there was another way. And a friend said, you should try oregano. So, and I'll talk about oregano a little bit in a little bit, few minutes, but she gave me a roller bottle of oregano and I started rolling that on his feet twice a day. Now, keep in mind, he's just about a year old, little over a year old. And within 3 days, all of his symptoms were gone that we were using a 10-day antibiotic for before the month prior. And now the next month, it worked within 3 days. So the essential oils, what's really cool about them when it comes to immune support, digestive support, is that modern medicine can't penetrate the cells within your body. So if you're looking at this diagram, bacteria is on the outside of the cell. Bacteria doesn't get inside the cells, but viruses can. And so when you're trying to fight viruses, for example, it's really difficult. And like, if you go to the doctor, they're like, it's a virus. There's nothing I can do. You're going to have to go home and let your body manage it. Well, the cool thing about essential oils is they can penetrate the essential oil cell, or not the essential oil cell, but they can help penetrate the cell. And what they do is just put a protection around that cell so that it's not duplicating and making more. It's kind of helping to stop it in its tracks so that your body can do what it was designed to do and protect it. And even with bacteria, the essential oils, there's lots of antibacterial, antiparasitical, antifungal. The list goes on of some of the benefits of these essential oils. And that's where the research comes in. And if you go on pubmed.gov, you can find some really great articles on essential oils and how they work within the body. So that's a really cool thing about oregano. But since we're talking about immune support or the effectiveness of essential oils, On Guard is always my go-to when people are feeling under the weather, sore throats, or you want to start cleaning your home with more natural cleaning products, things that aren't harmful or toxic to you or your pets. And so On Guard is an amazing essential oil where you can add it to water, you can add it to your dishwasher, you can gargle it if you got that sore throat going on. If you feel something else going on, you can be diffusing it. It's great for the respiratory system. So On Guard is always my go-to. If anyone comes over or anyone's starting to feel unwell, that we use that oil, every few hours to get it going. Are essential oils affordable? A lot of times when you look at that first purchase on essential oils, you're looking at this bottle of oil and going, I can't afford $100 worth of oils or a $75 oil, but the thing you have to remember is when I said there's 85 drops in those bottles, a typical application of essential oils is 1 to 2 drops. So you're literally, it's like pennies in comparison to, going to the doctor and say getting some cold medicine over the counter that has maybe 10 uses in it. These essential oils have potentially 80 to 85 uses in them if you're only using 1 drop at a time. And so when you divide that out, it's literally pennies per drop. So your initial investment might be a little bit, or start with 1 or 2 oils that really, mean something to you. I like to think back to a scenario when I bought some Tide laundry pods because pods were all the thing. And I started washing our laundry with it. And I was like, yes, this is so much easier. I just throw one in the washing machine and we're good to go. I went out for a jog and I literally within an hour broke out in hives. My body had reacted to the laundry detergent, or maybe that's the plastics that were surrounding the pod. And so I wanted to share with lavender. Lavender is so calming to the skin. So when that happened to me, the first thing I started doing was putting lavender in a spray bottle with water and misting it on my broken out spots. And then I also love using it in the summer for if I'm exposed to too much sun and my skin gets really hot and irritated, even adding a little peppermint in there to help cool that sensation down. And it's also a natural antihistamine. So when the trees are starting to bud or certain things are flowering that may trigger my respiratory system, I love diffusing lavender with peppermint again for opening the respiratory. But then I also like adding lemon, and you'll learn a little bit later why I like adding lemon to that mixture. But lavender is super good for calming the skin, calming the body, calming your senses, and even at nighttime for sleeping. So adding a couple drops to a diffuser can really help with giving you a good night's sleep. Now, as you noticed, I talked about a few different ways to use the essential oils, so I shouldn't have to cover too much here. A diffuser. So that's like a contraption that you pour a little bit of water into it, add a drop or two of essential oils, and yes, you can mix and match them. So if you want to add On Guard and lavender or peppermint and lavender together, you can mix and match them to create unique scents that people in your home love. And I love this option because especially for emotional support or respiratory support, that essential oil is getting breathed into your lungs and it's being absorbed into your bloodstream and it's going to work immediately. So for emotions and respiratory, seconds and it's starting to work. Even if stuff is airborne in your home and it's really, causing everyone to either feel unwell or stuffy, like you can be diffusing the essential oils to help cleanse and purify the air. So great ways to use the essential oils. We actually have a diffuser all over in our home, living room, kitchen, bedrooms, bathroom, and that's how we keep our home smelling amazing and fresh, but also everybody in a pretty good chill mood. Now, you can also use the essential oils topically. Some of the oils, as you hear me talking about them, may need to be diluted with an essential oil just because they're a little bit of a warmer oil or a spicy oil. So when you add it to the skin, it can feel like really intense. And if that happens, you just add a little coconut oil and that helps dilute down the sensation that you're feeling. But it can also help because you can spread the essential oil farther. So let's say you, like I sprained my ankle in volleyball. I right away put some essential oils on my ankle. I added some coconut oil and I started massaging that in to try to just really work it into the muscle and tissue to get it working really quickly because boy, did it hurt. And so that's how you can use the essential oils topically. Internally, now this isn't for all essential oils that doTERRA has, but all you have to do is look on the side of the doTERRA bottle, and if it has a supplement fact label on it, just like you do with supplements or food, this means that you can use it as flavoring in your foods, flavoring your water, or internal support like digestive or inflammation. And so you can either add the oils to water, just make sure to use glass or stainless steel. You don't want to consume any toxins that it may pull out of the plastics that you're adding that essential oil to. You can also add it to veggie capsules. These are just little capsules that pop open. You can add a couple drops to the essential oil and then put the cover back on and you can swallow them like that. It's a great way if you want to mix and match like turmeric and black pepper for inflammation or On Guard and oregano for immune support. You can put those different oils together in the gel cap and then swallow it that way. And then there's some times where I'm just in a hurry and I don't have time to make a capsule nor put it in my water. I will actually just drip the oil underneath my tongue, or you can do the flip bottle method where you put your thumb on the top of the essential oil, flip the bottle over. You have a little bit of oil on your thumb and then you can press it to the roof of your mouth. That's really great for if you have head tension or like your mind is just feeling really overwhelmed. It's a great way to get that essential oil close to the brain so that it can just start relaxing. So many fun ways. And as you can see, as I'm talking about these 3 different ways, it's super important that you know the sourcing of your essential oil, because I do not want to encourage using other brands of essential oils that have not been tested to make sure that they are free of toxins or additives or that they've already been pre-diluted. When you're using essential oils like this for medicinal purposes, you want to make sure that you have pure, tested essential oils that you're going to be using, because the last thing you want to do is add more toxins to your body, which could then have reverse or negative effects. And I've seen that happen when people buy aromatherapy type oils that aren't tested and they're perfumey. And then as you breathe those in, you're starting to notice respiratory issues or other negative side effects. Like, don't diffuse cheap oils, don't clean with cheap oils, don't use any cheap oils internally. I've had situations in classes where people have told me about the negative effects that happened, and I just want to make sure that you're getting the best benefits out of essential oils, and that's why I highly recommend doTERRA's, and I wouldn't use any other brand. So let's dive into some of these other uses of these essential oils. So lemon is amazing for like just making your home smell nice, for one, in the diffuser, but it's also a great cleanser for the body. So you ever hear how people put lemon slices in their water? Well, this bottle of a lemon oil is super cheap in comparison to buying fresh lemons. And so you can add a drop of or two of this to your water. It helps, it's a great cleanser for your body, helps get rid of some of those toxins that you may be encountering, and have other positive cell benefits. But then you can clean with it. You can add it to spray bottles. You can add it to your dishwasher. I like washing my fruit with lemon essential oil. You just add it to the water with a little bit of, I like using doTERRA's On Guard concentrated cleaner, but otherwise you can just put a couple drops of lemon in your water and that will help remove anything that might be stuck on your fruit and vegetables. So, and it's also great for removing sticky residues. I actually have a couple really cool videos about how I use that, and food flavoring as well. So this is a great substitute for lemon peel. Frankincense. So this is like the king of oils. When you start using frankincense on a daily basis, it can have very positive neurological benefits. It can have very positive skin benefits, as well as emotional benefits for feeling really calm. And so I like adding frankincense to my skincare routine, like adding it to my lotion before I apply it to my face. I also like using it internally for some of those immune benefits, digestive benefits, and just helping my body fight anything foreign that it may come in contact with. Digestzen, this is definitely a favorite blend, especially if you're traveling. Smelling this if you get car sick, rubbing it on your belly after meal times if you happen to eat too much, or maybe you ate something that really aggravated your stomach. Do you ever have that happen where you're laying in bed at night and all of a sudden you burp and you're just like, oh, that's not good, and it's burns all the way up? Well, add a drop or two of Digestzen to some water and drink that. And then you can also apply it topically to the chest, especially if it's more upper GI. If you're experiencing more lower GI, where things are just kind of blocked up, they're not moving, you can apply Digestzen around the belly button or in the lower abdomen. And then even adding a little bit of heat to that, like a hot pack, and help that essential oil get in there and start moving things. It's a really, really great blend, and I love it for any type of stomach upset. We even give it to our pets, our dogs, if they're experiencing some digestive discomfort. Deep Blue. So this is what we call our muscle blend. So it's a blend of essential oils. It's got some peppermint in it, so it's cooling to the muscles, but it also just helps ease that achiness. So joints, low back, head and neck, shoulder tension. And so you can just put a couple drops in your hand and massage it in as you need to. It also smells good in the diffuser. So some people find it super relaxing. So maybe add some lavender to it and put that in your diffuser and have that going to help relax your atmosphere. Breathe. So this is our respiratory blend. It's got some peppermint in it again, so that you can open up that respiratory. I actually like putting a drop of this in the back of the shower, especially if I'm feeling a little congested. I like putting it in my diffuser at bedtime if the bedroom air feels just a little dry and stifling. I put some lavender with it, and it just, keeps us breathing well, especially if it sounds like my husband is sawing wood and, you can elbow him, but you just hate to disturb him at the same time. So putting this one in the diffuser can really help keep the sinuses open, the respiratory system open, so that everyone gets a good night's sleep. Tea tree oil. So tea tree is we have used it a lot when it comes to hair care or irritated skin. So like that time when I went jogging and I broke out, adding tea tree to the lavender would really help if there was any irritation to the skin in terms of, maybe bacteria or something like that, that could really aggravate the tissue. So definitely spraying this on little owies with some lavender just helps clean up the area. Spraying this on your toenails, fingernails, especially if you're in a swimming pool a lot. Spraying it in your hair if you may have come in contact with anything that could easily be spread to other people. One time we had that, and I swear we got it at the theater. That my daughter ended up getting sent home, and on picture day, no doubt, with something that was moving on her scalp. And so tea tree oil worked amazing. We added it to the shampoo. I just put a few drops in, massaged it into her scalp, and it got rid of it just like that. So definitely a good one to keep on hand for situations like that. And even now, as we go into spring and summer, I know the little creepy crawlers are out. And so if by chance I have to pull them off our dogs, or I pull them off of anyone in our home, I take a little dab of tea tree oil and I put it on those areas right away to try to cleanse the area that little traveler happened to travel on. Oregano. So this is, again, as I said in the beginning of my video here, my favorite essential oil. I love cooking with it. It smells like pizza and spaghetti, and you can actually use this oregano in your cooking. So 1 drop of essential oil is equivalent to using 1 teaspoon of fresh herb, or sorry, 1 teaspoon of dried herb to 1 tablespoon of fresh herbs. So, and again, a big 15 ml bottle has 250 drops. So that's a lot of herb in there. And so you don't have to use much. This is very beneficial to your digestive tract. If you want to put it in capsules and ingest it, it's also very cleansing. And so again, anytime anyone in our home gets sick, On Guard is going in the diffuser with maybe Breathe or something like that. And then oregano is going on the bottoms of the feet. And in a pinch, if somebody has a really, really, really bad scratchy throat, we will gargle oregano, which is like gargling fireballs. But just chase it with some milk. It will reduce that irritation that you might be experiencing. But it has kept my kids out of the doctor's office a lot. So I love this essential oil. So as I close this out, I just want to share this information with you that if you're liking what you see and you would love more tips from me and more support from me as a person, I would like to encourage you to look in the description below. You can download my free resources, which will then get you tapped into my weekly education and opportunities to join live classes where you can ask questions, you can continue to learn about more. And if you decide to take your learning experience to a purchasing experience, where you would actually like to purchase some products, our new customers get a 40-page continuing education guide along with online support. And this is full of diffuser recipes, roller bottle recipes, cooking recipes, cleaning recipes, like all of my favorite things that I have acquired over the past 10 years that have really helped me use my essential oils more effectively. So if this interests you, see the description below. And thank you again for watching. Like, I really enjoyed sharing with you some of my favorite ways to use the essential oils. I hope you found some great ways to use the essential oils. And I hope that you're liking the content in my channel and that you'll continue to follow me and learn more from us. So have a great day, and we will talk to you soon.